Corona, California. Thursday, September 21st, 2023, 10:10 a.m.
The owner of this SUV has just listed the vehicle for sale on Craigslist for $3,000. He included his address in the listing. Within minutes, a buyer shows up, unannounced, as the owner explains.
He really has no business just coming to the front of the house. They haven't even contacted me yet. They haven't even called me.
A moment later, two more men emerge from the van. They seem less interested in the car for sale and more interested in scoping out the property, including this sidewalk-facing camera. Several minutes later, the seller's driveway-facing camera captures him showing the vehicle in pristine shape.
Notice there's no oil underneath the car.
After he pops the hood, one of the men asks questions about the rear storage. The owner follows him to the back of the vehicle.
While the guy in the black shirt distracts me, takes me around the back of the car, the guy in the green shirt unsnaps the coolant reservoir cap.
While the owner is distracted by the man in the black shirt, this man pulls a bottle of oil from his pocket and pours it in the engine bay, then tucks it away and wipes away the evidence, all while the owner is talking to one of the other men behind the vehicle. The scammer in the green shirt moves in on the seller to continue the distraction, while the man in the gray shirt unhooks a sensor in the engine bay and closes the hood.
He disconnects the mass airflow sensor or some other electronics so that it would throw a check engine light and run like heck.
Moments later, the owner circles around the SUV, unaware of the scam he's now a victim of.
So here I am. We're getting ready to go for a test drive. Look at all that oil underneath there.
When the seller started the SUV, it began smoking. Oil leaked from the engine compartment, and a check engine light illuminated on the dash. The scammers convinced him that major work was needed to get the vehicle in running shape, offering him a fraction of his asking price, just $400. The seller accepted and signed over the title, but his gut told him something was amiss. He posted his surveillance footage to social media and was contacted by dozens of people who fell victim to the same scam by the same men. Police have not been able to identify the men in surveillance footage, and no arrests have been made.
Do you have information related to this incident? Please contact Corona Police Department's anonymous tip line at 1-951-817-5837.
Now let's head to Woodbury County, Iowa, where deputies are engaged in a high-speed pursuit of a driver who's refused to pull over for a traffic violation. They are exceeding speeds of 115 miles an hour.
Passing in no passing lane.
The suspect is racking up traffic violations left and right.
Just get a 1050. Nope. Yep, they 1050. Roll over.
It's a rollover, but it could have easily been a head-on collision with that semi-truck. Amazingly, none of the passengers in the car were seriously injured, and neither was the driver, who immediately takes off running.
Yo, guy, get tight!
The suspect clearly has no way of escaping now.
Get your hands up! 33, I got him tracked. Get out of the pot! Come here! You know it's the wastewater treatment, right?
It's 37 degrees in Woodbury County. That sewage water has got to be cold.
what, man? You come out, turn around. Otherwise, we are going to send a dog in after you. Can you swim and let a dog chew on you? Alright, dude. You don't have any weapons on you, do you? Come on out here. Get up here where it's flat, man.
The suspect was transported to a hospital where he was treated and decontaminated. He was later charged with driving with a barred license, leaving the scene of a property damage accident, speeding, and reckless driving. He pled guilty to driving with a barred license and leaving the scene. The other charges, they were dismissed.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Friday, October 28th, 2022, 12:02 p.m.
A camera positioned above the front entrance of this church shows a horse-drawn hearse and several men formally dressed for a funeral taking place today. Inside the church, a camera live streaming the services captures family members and loved ones paying their last respects to a 20-year-old Pittsburgh man. 2 weeks earlier, he was shot and killed near a bus stop in an incident police suspect was gang-related. Meanwhile, across the street from the church, a surveillance camera picks up two men dressed in all black. One of them carries a pistol, while the other conceals something in his coat. The masked men slip between cars as they round the corner and make their way towards the entrance of the church across the street. Moments later, a second church security camera captures the two gunmen slowly walking towards the mourners in front of the church to the right, where their hearse is waiting. As the gunmen approach the group at the entrance, this man notices them. He turns and begins making his way out of the area. When shots ring out, several funeral attendees bolt, while these two are hit by bullets. One of the gunmen appears steps from the church entrance and unloads his weapon at innocent bystanders. Horses, spooked by the gunfire, flee from the front of the church. The gunmen continue to fire at bystanders, while chaos erupts inside the church as mourners take cover. Outside, the gunmen have emptied their magazines and run back in the direction they came. This victim limps toward the church entrance. Seconds later, this exterior camera captures the gunmen making their escape. Around the back of this business, and out of view. Thankfully, no one was killed in this incident. This black sedan was seen just minutes after the shooting. A month later, police tracked the license plate to a home in a Pittsburgh suburb. There, officers observed two men, 19-year-old Sean Davis and 16-year-old Hezekiah Nixon. The pair were booked on a litany of charges, including aggravated assault, cruelty to animals, possession of a firearm, and tampering with evidence. Trials for both men are pending.